Hello, my name is Scott for SB Gaming. We're back here in the Talos Principle, and where we left off last, we finished off this chamber. The episode went a little bit longer than I'd wanted it to be, but yeah, that's just to be expected. Anyway, oh, is that not floating in the air? Oh yeah, I must have died. That's right. Anyway, somewhere around here there is a star. There is a star. Not quite sure where. But yeah, this computer is annoying me, so I'm gonna take a look at it. Initiating playing language interface. Here's what I've been wondering while you're off carrying out commandments. You suggested that consciousness is not part of the same world as ordinary physical things. That means you can't weigh it. You can't throw it around or cut it into pieces. It's completely beyond the laws of physics, right? Well, that is, I guess you could say, entirely possible. Consciousness can't be weighed, and you can't do anything with it. Sure. Good. Now, the library is fairly consistent on the view that physical events are caused by other physical events. If you move your legs, it is because of the interaction between your neurons and your nervous system. But if consciousness is beyond the laws of physics, how can happiness physically make you jump for joy? Consciousness is mysterious by nature. It can't. It just feels like it can. But if consciousness is physical, why is it so unlike? It may have taken a wrong, or I may have taken a wrong turn in my reasoning. Well, consciousness is an effect of your brain and the neurons in your brain. It's like gravity. Gravity does not exist as a physical thing. It's just a, what is it? It's a result of mass, I think. I may have taken a wrong turn in my reasoning. But then we're back to where we started. Do you want to propose an alternative account? Sure. Fine, but I won't allow you to lead us around in circles on this for the rest of eternity. I will take your next answer, so do take a moment to think about it. This time. Consciousness is made of neurons. Consciousness is not part of the physical world. Consciousness is a complex functional system. It's nice that it gives you a limited number of options. It kind of railroads you into a specific response. I'm thinking, yeah, it's made of neurons. You say that consciousness is just neurons. I suppose pain, for example, must just be a particular neuron firing in a particular way. Now, would I be right to say that humanity has no monopoly on pain? A dog can feel pain. If they exist, then a Martian could feel pain too. Sure, but that doesn't mean consciousness is the same thing. Of course. And isn't it also true that dogs and Martians have quite different sets of neurons to human beings? Where did Martians come into this? I suppose so. Are you saying dogs are Martians? So I'm sure there's some obvious explanation for this, but how can it be that pain is a particular set of neurons if beings without those neurons, like Martians, can still feel pain? I stand by what I said, whatever your doubts. Those beings feel a different kind of pain. Something aside from us. Nope. I'm trying to see where you're coming from, but it's no small task. Let me try one more time. Suppose that you're a conscious human being. I know it's a push. Then suppose that I take one of the neurons in your brain and replace it with a tiny machine that works exactly the same. Are you still conscious? Sure. Now what if I replace a few more and a few more until you are mostly thinking with tiny machines instead of neurons? Yes, but less so. By implication then, replacing half the neurons would make you half as conscious thinking. Even I think that's a little extreme. People lose entire halves of their brains and remain conscious. But put a few miniature machines in your head and the lights start going out. Are you sure? So what do you think would change if we replaced all your neurons? You'd be a walking, talking, thinking computer, but according to you, consciousness has to be made of neurons, and so the scenario you just described is impossible. Are you sure you won't accept that your picture isn't foolproof? You know, it's interesting how it or he or whatever this is kind of guiding the conversation. It's kind of pushing you in a specific direction, and it's saying, oh, well, you know, this is all crazy talk, and then bring up Martians and dogs, and yeah, anyway. Let's go, I'm sure. How consciousness...
Do not think I know not the deceiver slithering through the hidden words. His wisdom is hollow and born of despair. Do not let him tangle you in his webs of delusion. Have faith in me, and his petty illusions will fall away like nightmares in the morning's light.
Really? Alright, how consciousness can be so intimately familiar to you, and yet so obscure? I just don't understand. Don't mind him, he's just worried that if you ask too many questions, you'll start to see through his stick. Stick with me, and the sky will quite literally be the limit. At any rate, I'd like you to think a bit harder about all this and get back to me. I'm sure there's still progress to be made. Terminating support session. Alright, about that. Anyway, let's exit with that. And so, where could the star possibly be? It's either in one of these chambers or out in the outside world here, much like one of the chambers in one of the previous worlds. Anyway, we might as well carry on back to the hub. Alright, so what do we got here? We got 4 pieces and a star. Let's carry on to world number 3. And what do you want? We got progress rep number 9. The basic skeleton of the simulation is now running on EL. It's not plugged into the AI system yet, but in theory everything is ready. I guess the next step is to test whether the generated scenarios make sense, or do we wait for the iteration module to blank. Just War excerpt. Democrates Alter, or On the Just Causes for War Against the Indians, by Juan Gins de Sepulveda. Written in 1547 to justify the Spanish conquest of the Americas. The Spanish have a perfect right to rule these barbarians of the New World, who in humanity are as inferior to the Spanish as children are to adults, or women are to men. For there exists between the two as great a difference, as I might even say, between apes and men. Anyway, if you'd like to read the rest, you can pause it there. Osiris 3.text. The first wisdom the scribe said to the dying man is that as the world is made of 5 elements, one, so is the soul of man. Know therefore that in this life you are heart and shadow and name, and also Ka and Ba. Without all these, you would not be a living being, but a thing. Anyway, you can pause the video here, and we'll carry on. So what do we got here? Do we got any more? Alright, 4 pieces. We got 3 stars, and what do we got over here? Theory. This place is some kind of preserve for human history, and we're in the endangered species. Theory. Trying to find answers will only bring pain. Ceasing to care is the only escape. Theory. This guy is 10 times more help than you, Samsara, so shut your face. Theory. We're in some kind of incubator waiting to be hatched. If you knew how little you know, you wouldn't be exposing it here. Alright, bet that. Let's go into this L piece. On the positive side, we'll have enough to unlock another lock. So what do we got here? Blown away. We got a blue. Blue emitter. We got a blue button, blue button. And let me guess. Of course. And we got a star. And we got a red button there. Really? Alright, we're gonna have to remember that. What is that over there? Is that a beam of light? What if... Of course. Alright, so what I do know is there's a star here. There is also a red button there. Which implies that there should be somewhere that I will be able to get a red beam into this area. As to how, I don't quite see, but I'm going to have to be on the lookout. Anyway, I will continue off from there. And we got a red piece here. Figured it out. Now what? The only meaningful purpose is to bring about an end of purpose. Alright about that. Alright, so that was what I was seeing over there in the other chamber. Now the question is... Alright, so we got red laser. Ooh. Is there any way for me to jump over this? Oh, there is. Okay. Seek counsel. If Elohim's messengers
The counsel of my blessed messengers must be earned.
A messenger must be awakened first. Alright, so... what I need to do is disconnect that, obviously. Alright, so what do I know? Well, to get the piece, I have to block the blue beam. Somehow. Possibly by using the fans. Do I? Not sure why that would make a difference. So what I need to do is I need to get over to here. Right, so I use that to blow the one of the cubes I have over to there, or out through there. Well, there is apparently a ladder there to allow you to get out, but I don't see any way to get in there. Not that it's important. I have to disrupt this beam in order to stop that fan from blowing. That one's easy to disrupt. This one... not as easy. Stack one on top of the other, but I cannot actually jump on to the second one. While I would rather not, I may have to take a break here and think about this. The solution obviously seems to be to disrupt the beam. Disrupt the blue beam, but I'm at a loss on exactly how to accomplish that. Of course, I have to disrupt it long enough for the fan to shut down. Plus then there's another matter, there's a star just over there. If I, yep.
My child, there is no shame in seeking another path. Leave this mystery for another day.
I just might do that. And with that said, that is going to be it for this challenge. I'm kind of at a loss exactly, but I'm sure the answer is relatively simple. Probably has something to do with these here somehow, but that will have to come for another time. Thank you for watching this episode of the Talos Principle. My name is Scott for SV Gaming, and as always, have a good day.